super low. It's nighttime now thanks to the Moonstone. He's so low with basically everything. Loses the first bear and does not get the Engine of War in return. The combination of... Oh boy, what a bad staff. Well, he can't do anything for it, but... I mean, this was just unlucky. I think Lawliet is losing this year. 43 versus 36 supply. And the Naga, oh, in a bad position as well. Misrallied. And you see the Fury Fire. Okay, there is no Fury Fire on her. But you see the damage from the mana burn alone is so much on that Naga. The base is open now. And it's GG by Lawliet. Wow. Pretty cool tactic by Remind. Pretty cool tactic by Remind. TMAI is next, alright. We need this guy, we need this guy, we need this guy, we need this guy. So Remind says he needs a little break. So that's good. We have some time. Sorry for the stream crash, but I hope everybody is back now and witnessed this nice little Night of Mirror that we had. Very, very unusual, but it worked. I haven't seen this dual Engine of War, Engine of Wind combo. And I think that buys a lot of time and protects your early talents, which is pretty good because they offer Fury Fire, and that's a lot of focus potential. As you saw. So, Remind will be coming in a second. And I hope you're all doing fine out there. Having a nice Warcraft weekend once again. Today we have Group C with Remind, Lawliet, Fly, and live tomorrow we have the Orc group. We have the Orc group with Lin, Focus, Orc Worker from the Belarus, and 120. One undead standing against everything. Against the Orc Armada. That's gonna be good tomorrow. Yeah, unfortunately, there is a problem with the stream again. Oh well, if you refresh, it should be good. Like as I said, my streaming program has no problems at all. So I think it's on Twitch's end. I'm not so sure. But yeah, this is the Ting Warcraft Invitational, everybody. A tournament for $6,000. that was sponsored by Ting, ToD, and Matcherino. Thank you, Mr. Sponsors. And of course, crowdfunded by you out there. The Warcraft community gathered forces to unlock Lin, TH, Infi, Fly, and Moon. And I'm really proud of that. Like, this was the first crowdfunded event in European Warcraft history. So, pretty special. Pretty special what we accomplished here. And I hope this is not the only episode. But we will continue with another tournament. But we have to conclude this first, of course. Today is kind of like the Night Elf group with 3 Night Elves. If you were looking forward to War Chief Rich's games, unfortunately he had to drop out because of university stuff, and also his computer was not the best, in the best shape, I think. So we replaced him with Life. Life is 19 years old and playing really good. Second in the Robam tournament, only falling to TH in the finals. So, Remind should be back soon. There we go. Hope he's in. Yellow available. There's always this issue with the colors here on NetEase. If one OB or observer picks a color, then it's blocked. Right. So we're ready. Remind is afraid that ToD beats him up. So we're just waiting for Lawliet's go, and then we start map number 2. It would be kind of a surprise, I think, if Remind takes this. Next map is Ancient Isles, by the way. So TH is watching us, Lawliet ready, Remind is ready, and the game starts, everybody. Map number 2 of this winner bracket, a semi-final here in the Ting Warcraft Invitational. Remind is leading 1-0. And this did not update again. Zip. Nope. Hey, did I not save it? There we go. Ancient Isles is Lawliet's map pick. Remind is starting in the upper left. He is, of course, a living legend amongst Warcraft players. The second best Night Elf of all time, I think, right after Moon. Kim Sung-sik, 30 years old already, of course, hailing from South Korea. He won the most recent episode of the Jera Cup 3-1 in the final against Happy, and you saw what Happy did to Moon earlier today, so that's quite an impressive performance. Remind came back from the army, I think in summer of 2015. Tried to be a Warcraft pro in the early days of coming back, but then decided, okay, I'm gonna be a League of Legends coach, like sweet, but for a female team in China, and as I've heard, Remind's Chinese is not the best, so becoming a coach there maybe wasn't the best idea, so he decided, alright, I come back to my old love, I come back to Warcraft. Demon Hunter first on both sides, pretty obvious here. His biggest accomplishment since his comeback was the bronze medal in the GCS Winter Edition in January this year. That was really surprising, losing to 1-2-0 in the loser brackets finals though. But he defeated a lot of good players like Fly, and that actually is one of his opponents in this group, and it was the first best of 3, or series in general, that Fly lost against a Night Elf after 18 months. That is crazy. Remind the streak breaker. But in big tournaments since then, he struggled. WCA, he didn't qualify twice. NWL drop out in the first round, TWCL drop out in the quarterfinal, MoCup drop out in the group stage, etc. The list goes on and on. So it's kind of do or die by Remind. Sometimes he's playing like a god, sometimes he's playing like an amateur. But today, it looks like we're seeing the god Remind. On the other side, his opponent is Lawliet. Jujo John, 23 years old, from Korea as well, and as I mentioned before, Remind was his master, his teacher, his mentor in his early days. Both were playing for Clan A1 together, like most of the Koreans do actually. And Lawliet won JERA Cup 74 and 75 back to back. That's pretty nice. Also the winner of TWCL 3, which is the biggest Korean league they have, for quite a big prize money. So he was the strongest Korean for a long time, but then came Lin. WCA qualifier in Korea. Focus and Lawliet were the big favorites, Moon as well, and then the big news came out. Lin is coming back from the army, and this is gonna be his first tournament, and he won that immediately. The final against Lawliet, 3-2. It was very close. It was very, very cool to watch, but therefore Lawliet, only the vice champion of South Korea. He did a great job in China vs. Korea Clan War though, which South Korea won. And in the GCS International, as well as in TWCL and the Korean qualifier, these two players matched each other, and it was always a win for Lawliet. So in the past 9 months or so, in bigger tournaments, Lawliet was always able to beat his old master. Will he overcome the odds that are stacked against him now? Because he is 1-0 down. We're gonna see about that. Ancient Isles is a very cool map for Lawliet's playstyle, I'd say. He will go bears, and then there's this laboratory, and I told you before about his Zeppelin abuse. That can be quite strong.
A player's forces are under attack.
And I think will be quite strong. Lawliet is getting most of this creep spot, I think. Yeah, a little ahead in experience, but the big overseer went to Remind. The meta game on Ancient Isles seems to be creep as much as you can, as fast as you can, and then let's see what happens. This is not a big map, but you can avoid each other. Like the two sides of the map are pretty separate from each other. So the one guy gets the left side, the other guy gets the right side. Tier 2 tech, yeah, there's the Huntress Hall. For Lawliet again, this is gonna be bears. His tier 2 tech is almost finished, and Remind is already stealing this Warlord. Lawliet is scouting this, obviously, but he's too far away to do anything against it. Ancient of Wonders here in the middle of the map. An improved bows upgrade. He's gonna do something with his archers again, as we once again see no Huntress Hall. This is gonna be range for the second time with talents. And Remind feels the need to town portal now, because everything is hurt from the poison at the laboratory. Naga is out, and the item was the Wind of the Wind. There's gonna be Dryads, there's gonna be Dispo, so it's not that big of a deal.
A player's forces are under attack.
What's the item? Subi Mask. Pretty cool for a Naga. Nothing that will change the game in one direction or the other. but more Fork Lightning is always well appreciated. No tier 2 by Remind, and once again he's playing this very weird. Usually you hit tier 2, you get your hero, you place your tier 2 buildings. But not Remind, no. He's just producing more archers. Another one of the wins, 6 stacks. That's stormy times here on Ancient Isles for Lawliet. But he's getting a lot of time out of this map. Level 3.3 for the Demon Hunter, level 3 for the Demon Hunter for Remind as well. And there is Ancient of Lore and an Ancient of War, a second one. Was this a misclick or is he just defending with it? Because there's, yeah, okay, he cancelled it now.
A player's forces are under
Maybe
attack.
he expected a push. What is going on? Why would you... Oh, is it Hippo Riders? No, right? But why would you update this? Well, you have a lot of archers, yeah. Both have a lot of archers, actually. Rune Bracers, one of the worst items that he can get. But this update, or upgrade, is very weird. Double Engine of Wind here. Is it gonna be Archers, Dryads? And he that could be right. Because you can get Marksmanship for the Archers, but it's Bears. You can get Marksmanship for the Archers on tier 3 with the Hunter's Hall. That boosts their damage by a lot. But of course you miss the slow and you miss the poison.
The town is under siege.
I don't get this. Demon Hunter might have to town portal here. What's he doing? Oh, Zapper action! That's what I was talking about. The laboratory, one of Lawliet's best friends, and he escapes because there's no boots again. But there's a lot of mana. There should be... Yeah, mana burn of cooldown. But what a town portal by Lawliet. Magnificent performance so far from him. And now Remind is supply stuck. That means he can't build any more units. And now he builds the Moonwells away from each other. So he learned that lesson. Naga level 3, Parrot of Vitality. Do we have Marksmanship already? Yes, he does. Marksmanship and the first attack upgrade. That is so much damage. 17 to 21 compared to 16 to 18. Or is it just the one upgrade? Yeah, Marksmanship should be a little more, right? I'm not too familiar with that upgrade since we never see it usually.
A player's forces are under attack.
He is one level ahead with the Naga though, and that's a nice Fork Lightning that he can throw out there. Both players are competing over this Overseer. So many archers for Lawliet. 45 versus 38. Only now Remind can start to reproduce again. Cyclone. And there is no Dispel for Lawliet as he skipped the Dryads. This can be absolutely horrible. Dark Ranger is down. Bought and killed. But yeah, it's gonna be range wars. And he has an upgrade. And he has Roar. So usually Lawliet should take this very goofy game here. Fog Lightning, Heal Scroll being used by Remind, who is the one who is 1-0 up though. Naga has to be kinda careful. When of the Wind can still be used, and he uses it a lot. Without the Demon Hunter, of course, you lack damage. And you can't tank that much. Still Roar in effect. And that's really cool. I mean, these two players know each other inside out, so they know every single tactics of their opponents. And now without the shop, it's gonna be quite hard, but he got a potion before, so it's not that bad. Stuffing home the Demon Hunter. But I think he has to be careful. Roar is gone. The bear is gone as well. He's producing a new one. Dark Ranger, of course, with silence against the Talons. This works pretty well. Oh boy, Naga in problems here. But the potion on the Demon Hunter got triggered, but he will lose a lot of archers, man. Move back! Mana burn, surround with the archers! Oh boy, that was nice, but he gets the kill on the Naga. Can he get the kill, the counter kill? Nope, because there's a staff. And Lawliet is losing everything here. He had all the cards in the world in his hands. He just had to play them. But he overcommitted. He thought, alright, if I stay there with with my roar and my bear. What can happen? What can go wrong? Well, that can go wrong. 42 food versus 37. But Remind's army is looking a lot stronger. The Dark Ranger, of course, not only for the silence, but also for Dark Arrow. You can snowball quite fast. If you kill one unit, it becomes a skeleton, and skeletons are very efficient against archers, so you just have to hit them one by one. And yeah, Dryads would be very, very cool here now. He has to fight without the Naga. He has the Dark Ranger now, so who snowballs better? Here's the first Dark Minion. And of course he has Cyclone now. Mass Dispel coming in though. Detonate, here we go. And that burns mana as well. So far Lawliet is able to stay alive, but the Demon Hunter alone is wrecking so many of the units. Still waiting for the Naga to come back into this game. First Druid of the Clawmaster, who is of course nice against the archers, but bad against the talons. And you see it. There's not even Fury Fire applied, and he still gets so much damage from caster units. Dark Ranger is still trying to get a lot of kills, but there was no Dark Arrow on there. And Lawliet is struggling hard. Lawliet is struggling hard. A 2-0 for Remind would be a huge surprise. As I mentioned before, Remind failed to win a big series against Lawliet, and he will kill the Demon Hunter Cyclone again. This lasts for quite some time, but then one more swipe from the Demon Hunter and then he's gone. Well, he opens it up, but there we go. Walks into the blade and dies. And he gets the Dark Ranger as well. Very cool play by... Oh, nice staff. Naga wasn't in range for the Demon Hunter, but can staff the Dark Ranger with 2 HP. This is a very, very interesting game. But I don't quite get what Lawliet's approach to this was. Oh, he killed the Dark Ranger off. Why? Why did he kill the Dark Ranger? I mean, she was super low, but there's moon juice, like, everywhere.
A town is under siege.
Archers are, of course, better against talents because magic damage doesn't influence medium armor a lot. And they are kind of okay against the other archers. This is new approach against Dryad push, not the talent push, not going for Dryads because they are vulnerable to archers, but go for a lot of archers. That's weird. Zapper action, Moonwell's gone. Lawliet is supply stuck. He can't get his Dark Ranger back now, and also can't get any more units, so he has to fight with 36. Fort Lightning is pretty damn effective so far, but if you don't have Dryads, you don't have Dispel, and Cyclone's gonna last forever. Naga in problems. I like how Remind returned the favor here with the Zapper. But Lawliet can play pretty damn good with the Naga anti-magic potion now, but he walks right into his murder. And the second hero is done as well. Level 5 and GG. Remind in the winner bracket final. Lawliet dropping down. First big surprise in this group.